people do not realize how bad smoking really is. An article in the Chest Journal by Peter Mazzone and Alondra Arlaga tells us that smoking kills more people than AIDS, suicide, murder, car accidents, and illicit drugs combined. So why would anybody want to smoke? There's many people I care about that smoke consistently, and I hate to lose any of them to a smoking-related death. I hope this speech persuades you to either quit smoking or help somebody quit smoking. Today, I'm going to share with you some about why smoking is so appealing, why it's bad for you, and also about secondhand smoke. The American Heart Society states that 23% of men and 18% of women smoke in the United States. That tells you how appealed they were to smoking at one point in time. The Tobacco Control Journal has an article by Jeffrey Arnett and George Turnan that has a study on how the tobacco advertisement companies convince adolescents to smoke. And the conclusion of the study was that they make their advertisements so look like it's the best thing around to do. It's cool and fun. And so it convinces them to do so. But that could also be true with adults. Adolescents could also be peer pressured into smoking, or maybe their parents or family members or close friends smoke, so they think they should. But adults surely know the real dangers of smoking, so what makes them want to? They could have been addicted at a young age and just don't know how to quit, or not have the willpower to quit. But no matter what age you are, smoking is very addicting and very, very bad for you. And no matter how cool it may seem, the cons definitely outweigh the pros. The Chest Journal I mentioned in the introduction gives great statistics about how bad smoking is for you. It kills 450,000 people each year, and it affects 23% of adults and 28% of high school students. And 8% of the United States health problems are smoking related. Imagine how much more our medical field could do for other people if they didn't have to worry about smoking-related problems. The American Heart Society tells us about lung cancer and how bad smoking causes it. 90% of men and 80% of women who have lung cancer is linked to smoking. And also, smokers die 13 to 14 years before non-smokers. So why would you want to smoke? Wouldn't you want to stay here and spend those 13 or 14 years with your family and friends? But I'm sure everybody has their own experience of either trying to quit smoking or being around someone trying to quit smoking. It's very hard for them. They're irritable and hate the world. But living a smoke-free life is definitely worth it. And you should definitely consider it, smokers, because you're not only hurting yourself, but also those around you. Secondhand smoke is very bad. And the American Cancer Society gives facts about the cigarette itself and why it's bad. The cigarette contains 7,000 chemical compounds, 250 of them being dangerous and 69 being linked to cancer. And the smoke actually coming from the cigarette is a lot worse than the smoke being exhaled from the smoker. Secondhand smoke is everywhere, whether it's at work, in your own home, or in public places. Thankfully, places like the grocery store and schools are smoke-free zones. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention tell us the difference in what secondhand smoke does for adults and children. For children, it increases their risks for ear infections, respiratory problems, and asthma attacks. And for children under 18 months of age, it increases their risks of getting bronchitis or pneumonia. For adults, it increases their risks for heart attacks, heart disease, and lung cancer. So pretty much, smokers and non-smokers, if you're around secondhand smoke, you're under the same health risks. And people in the United States are around secondhand smoke every day. So smokers, you should really think about that when you light the next one up. You should really take other people into consideration because it could really make a difference in the world. If smoking disappeared, it'd make a big difference. Today, I've shared with you about why smoking is so appealing, why it's bad for you, and about secondhand smoke. And I hope you will really think about it and try to make a difference. Smoking is something that shouldn't be in the world, no matter what. It's bad for our environment and causes way too many health risks. So help make a difference and either persuade somebody to stop smoking or quit smoking yourself.